Hey Jessica, Austin here, and as promised, I wanted to get you a screencast over with some tips that you can implement today for free to get ahead of your competitors online and get in front of your target audience or, the best customer that fits your niche and area. So most likely you're asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, I'm glad I can read minds because oftentimes in the world of internet marketing, most local business owners are too busy running their own business to figure out, how it can benefit them. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is they, don't know who an expert is and who isn't. So I've found by giving people an easy blueprint of actual things they can do to impact their business for free has resulted in some local business owners saying, "Hey, man, I like what you're doing. I like, how you present it, and I want to work with you." So at the end of this video, if you guys want to work together and talk more about getting in front of customers, awesome. If you want to take these free tips and run with them yourself, that is totally fine too. No harm, no foul. So let's kind of get started. I will tell you the three things we're going to talk about today, real briefly, is going to be content on your website, how to optimize it, and what you should be doing. Then we're going to talk about backlinks, which are basically a vote from another site to your site telling the Google bots why you should be number one. So we'll kind of go in a little bit in depth on that. I'm not going to go too crazy with it. And then the next thing we're going to talk about is your local listing and optimizing that. But let's get started with content. So I'm here on your site, and what I am seeing is it looks like your H1 tag here is your main header is "We rain when it storms," which is clever. I really like that. But one thing I would do is I did a quick little search for roofers, and I just used Peoria, Illinois for this video because it's a bigger city and you're going to get in front of a lot more people. So roofers has 60 searches a month, which is awesome. If you are not ranking for roofers in Peoria, that's one thing you're really missing out on. So if we go over here, you'll see that we're not able to find you on the first page. And a good rule of thumb here is going to be going back to that H1 tag. You probably want this H1 tag to be roofers in Peoria, Illinois, or roofers in Elgin, whatever area will think you think will be the most beneficial to you, would be what you want that H1 tag to be. And then another really important thing to Google is having at least 1,000 to probably 1,500 to 1,700 words of content on your first page. So you've got a pretty good block here, a little bit here and there, and then a decent block there, but you definitely want to up that content and get those keywords in there that you want to rank for. You basically, you want to tell Google exactly what you want to rank for and why you should be ranked. And that is very important to them. Content, title tags, and let's see, I think I've found you guys over here. I just want to peek at your listing. I think it was page 2. And this I just did Roofers Lake Zurich. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. But right here, so you want this one to kind of match what your H1 tag on your site says. So you want, instead of Lake Zurich right away, you don't want to rank for Lake Zurich, you want to rank for roofing and siding. So you'd say like roofing, roofing contractor, roofing company, something like that in the beginning, maybe siding after. You definitely don't want your name in it because they're going to go to your site anyway and they're going to see it right here and they're going to see it on your logo on your site. So you don't need to include that. You can always put your name down here as well if you'd like in the description, but you want this tag to be something you want to rank for. With that being said, that kind of covers content. And one thing I may have missed, so like your service pages, you probably want to go into those and at least have 500 words of content on each of those as well. So as you can tell, content is very, very, very important to the Google bots and ranking on Google because you're telling them why you should be up there. Then we'll take a look at backlinks. So I have a couple tools here that tell me how many backlinks you've got. So it looks like you guys have got 100, which is good. And one thing I want to point out is although having all those backlinks may be good, you want to make sure they're good quality backlinks. So you could go get a backlink from Pizza Hut, but that's not going to be as valuable as a backlink from another construction company, um, or something with relevancy to what you are trying to rank for. It looks like your trust and citation flow is doing pretty good here. But yeah, not all backlinks are created the same, so you definitely would want to check that out and get the best backlinks possible with certain keywords too. We use those keywords again when we do these backlinks or votes from another site. So that is the next biggest thing next to content is getting more backlinks and the relevancy of those backlinks and power that they carry. The third thing I wanted to talk about is your local listing. And let's just jump over here. We're going to find your local listing. Sorry, let's go to maps. I believe you guys were not too far off but for Lake Zurich, but I think you definitely want to target an area a little bit bigger. So like Peoria or Elgin or, just a place with higher population. And then we would go in and see their search terms and how many people in that area are actually searching it. So this looks like your guys's. You got a lot of good reviews, which is awesome. That is definitely a must. And one more thing you want to do with this listing is you want to fully optimize it. You want to get as many pictures in there as possible. You want to fully fill out your services. You want to rename those pictures to relevant keywords and whatnot for your area. So if you did a roof replacement in Elgin or something like that, you would name that roof repair Elgin or roof replacement Elgin or something like that. You want to get some keywords in on there. And there is a lot more stuff that goes into this local listing, a lot more optimization that's kind of behind the scenes as far as geotagging images, resizing them, a bunch of crazy stuff like that. But we won't get into that in this video because we'll be here all day talking about it. But the big tip is, optimize this as much as possible. You're doing great with reviews. Add as many pictures as you can. Like I said, fill everything out as much as you can on this thing. Google loves to see you guys using their platform and optimizing it, to its fullest potential. It's like a pat on the back to them, when you're doing this stuff, and they will reward you for it. So let's see. I wanted to jump into the heat map too. This is a crazy tool that I have. It actually shows me where your local map shows up for this keyword. So we did roofers near me, and we have your business pulled up, and it looks like it's probably right where you're located. You're number 4, but then if you go out into these other areas, people are having to scroll a lot to find you. And that's one thing we definitely want to optimize is, we want to get you up in these top 3 spots because, when we go back and look at these keywords here, there's 60 people just for roofers, and roofers near me 30 a month, roofing companies near me. You're missing out on, what is it, about 170 or so people a month searching that stuff in different areas. So that's one thing we definitely want to optimize. And while we're talking about this, I wanted to point out a couple different ways we get ahead of your competitors and get you in front of those customers searching for your industry. One is optimizing your own website, which we gave you some tips on there today. That is probably the most important one. Then the second, we do Google ads and Facebook ads, which we've seen very large return for our customers in that industry. or using that platform, we would definitely optimize your ad accounts to get you cheaper clicks and get you in front of those customers searching for roofing, siding, gutters, whatever it may be. And then the next one, which is really awesome and not a lot of people do, is we do local lead generation, like we call it local lead domination. So what we would do, say you guys are ranking very well in this area, what we'd do is we'd jump over in Elgin and we'd build another site in this area. It's going to have your logo, and all calls and emails are forwarded directly to you. And you can do it in as many suburbs as you like. So we could jump down to Naperville, we could jump over to Aurora, Peoria, wherever you guys want, and build these sites out and rank them. And pretty much we call it domination because we build your footprint to pretty much dominate all suburbs and all areas. Dominate your competitors in your niche, and all the areas in that niche. But I wanted to just show you real quick before we jump off of this. One of the businesses we work with, this is one of our lead domination sites right here. And just wanted to show you, how it pops up on Google in a highly populated area in a place where, a lot of people search for this term, deck builders near me. We bring in, just on this site, about 40 to 50 leads per month, which is huge. I mean, if you have a pretty good closing rate, that's, a lot more money in your pocket. But we'll give it a second here to load, and then we'll kind of shut this thing down. And yeah, so if you check this out, this is where you want to be. I mean, you want to be number one, number two, number three in that map pack for that area. And we did the same size map. We did 2.5 by 7.7. So that's covering the whole city there, and actually jumping into a couple more. But yeah, with that being said, that's what we want to do for you. And like I said at the beginning, if you want to take the tips and run, no harm, no foul. But if you want to talk to us about getting you in front of customers, definitely give me a call back. My number is 970-485-9182. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.